Okay, today we are going to see the page tool, okay, in InDesign, how we can use page tool in InDesign and how we can resize our page. For example, here we have this page 5, I have selected from there. Just click on page tool, right? When you will click on page tool, you will see here, you will get the option on ribbon. So first of all, you have width and height. You can change this width and height. Okay, now it's showing unit in picas. You have to change these units while creating new document. All right, or even you can go edit preferences, and here you have units and increments. From here you can change to inches, centimeter, millimeter. So it will be saved permanently. Okay, you can save also from here. So it's saved right now. Now you can see it's centimeter and this one. Now all the time it will show you the unit in centimeter even while creating new document as well. Okay, so you are in page tool. So it will show you width and height. You can change from here if you want to change this one like 22 centimeter. It will change the width of selected page. You can do it manually also. When you will try like this to resize this page, it will not happen. Okay, there is lock on this page. So if you want to resize your page, you need to hold Alt key from the keyboard. When you will hold Alt key from the keyboard, then you can resize your page manually like this. Alright, now only this page has been resized which you have selected. Alright, again you can control Alt key and you can just resize again. Or you want to do from here, you can also change from here. But if you want any reset to be used, you can just go here and choose the presets. So you have preset also here, you can use, and you can move your page also like this, right? So you can click, and here you have also, you can change orientation. If you want to change orientation, look at here, the orientation has been changed. All right, so you can change orientation like this. Okay. When you are moving page, you can check this option also, object move with page or show master page overlay. When we will study master page, then you will get to know what is this actually. Alright. And while resizing, you can click here the reference point. For example, if you check this reference point now, it's a lock point of your page. And now if you will resize the width from here, now if you will make it like 10 centimeter, okay, now you will see that point, the right point has been locked and the width is changed from there. Alright, so you can lock any reference point from here, so that point will be locked. Then look at here, now you can see this page is smaller than this, so you can manage like this the size of the page. Okay, but now I don't want, I will use the presets. Now again I just convert it into letter page. That's how you can resize individual page size. Okay, if you want to change the size of the whole document, right, not one by one, so how you will do that? You will go to file, and here you have document setup. So from here you can choose like this. So if you will make legal and click OK, so you will see all document will be changed to legal. So you can do one to select one page, or you can do for the whole document, okay, from the file and page setup. Okay, I will do undo. Okay, so before was okay, so I am on letter page. Okay, so that's how you can use page tool. Okay, next to page tool we have gap tool. Gap tool is used to manage gap between objects in InDesign, and it's a very useful tool. For example, look at here, if you have two objects in InDesign, okay, if you take gap tool, you can manage gap between these two objects like this. Alright, how we can manage, I will just show you by just making a table over here. So I'll make one rectangle here, alright, like this. So if you draw this rectangle in InDesign, and if you want to copy it, you can do Alt and drag like this, it will create a copy. If you want to do it again, you can go object and here transform again. Alright, you can do transform again, it will do it again. Like in Illustrator, Control D we were using for transform, Control. If you want to do it again, you can choose also here object transform and transform again. This is shortcut key. transform sequence again, the Control Alt 4 you can use for this. When you click Control Alt 4, it will do it again. Okay, again you can use Control Alt 4, it will do it again. It's like a repeat shortcut key. Okay, if you want, we have another tool also, another command to repeat. For example, I have copied like this. Now if you want to copy it in rows and columns, go in edit, and here you have one command which is called step and repeat. Okay, in edit menu, step and repeat, and from here you can define the count, how much you want to copy. So I want count, for example 2 count, so it will create a copy in 2 count. If you click on grid, then you can create a row and column together. Alright, for example, I want 2 row more, okay, and columns, 2 more columns you want to add, just click OK. Now you will see it will add as well. Okay, I'll go again, object, so step and repeat. Okay, make sure you have selected. So as a grid, okay, if I will increase column, let's say, and go preview, so it will show you preview also. It's creating, because we don't have any other objects more, that's why. So we will just create this one. Okay, so it will show you the preview as well, and I want 5 more rows, so it will show you 5 more rows you can create. Okay, so you can use this command, okay, to generate multiple copies of the objects. Okay, now we will use gap tool to manage gap between these 2 objects. One thing more I would like to tell, for example, if you are creating any shape and you want to add more column and rows, okay, hold left click, don't release it. Okay, while holding left click, don't release. If you press right arrow, alright, it will add more column. Okay, hold, don't release left click. Okay, right arrow to add more columns, left arrow to decrease column, up arrow to add more rows, down arrow to remove rows. Alright, so you can use with all objects, you can use, not only with the shape. Even if you are creating the picture placeholder, you can just use this one and hold right arrow to add column and up arrow to add rows, like this. Okay, like this. So you can also place any object while using this arrow keys. Then we have gap tool. So use this gap tool to manage a gap. So I have taken gap tool, and now you can manage a gap between the whole column. Now have you see it's changing the whole column gap. Okay, and one thing more, if you observe, actually it's moving the gap and reducing and increasing. Yeah, left click. All right, so take gap tool and hold left click, then you can just move left and right. Even you can move up and down. Okay, it's extending the length of one object and it's reducing the length of another object. All right, and you can see also how much it's reducing, 56, and here we have all this. Okay, from here you can, but you see it's not reducing the size of the gap, it's moving gap and reducing the object's height and width. So what we can do, if you hold control key, right, and while like left click is also pressed, all right, and hold control key, then you will see you can decrease and increase size of the gap, and the size of the gap will increase or decrease, and simultaneously the size of the objects will also change, like this. Right, same with the row, like this. Okay, you can increase the size of the gap between objects, all right, with the control key. And if you are changing the size or moving the gap, you see whole column is moving. If you hold alt shift key, then you will see you can change between 2 adjacent cells. All right, so if I will adjust shift key, okay, like this, so you can just change the gap between adjacent cell. All right, adjacent cell, not the whole row and column, by pressing shift key. If you want to move objects, all right, if you want to move objects along with gap, hold alt key. So the objects along with gap, you can move objects. So you can use 3 combinations, Shift, Control and Alt by using gap tool. Shift to reduce gap between 2 adjacent cells, alright, Control to reduce gap height, and Alt to move objects along with gap. So these 3 modification key you can use in combination with gap tool. Alright, that's how you can manage gap between objects. Alright. Okay, so that's how you can use. Same in objects also. You can take this one, gap tool, and here you can use also like this. Okay, you can increase or decrease gap. Okay, next tool we have, which is called content collector and content placer. Okay, content collector means it is used to collect the contents from your document. Like a bucket, you are doing shopping and you are placing things in a bucket. Then you are reaching home and you can put wherever you want to put. Same, just click on content collector, so it will give you the content conveyor. It's just consider it's a basket. Alright. Now if you click on any content, that content will be copied to the conveyor. Just click with content collector. Now you are collecting actually the content from your document like this. Alright. So wherever you will click like this, so that content will be copied like this. Alright, just click. Now it's time to place. So once you collected everything, now it's time to place. So you can take this tool, content placer. The shortcut key is B, or you can shift also from here, from content conveyor. Click here, content placer, then you have content placer. So you can place inside document, outside document, you can also place within document. So I am here on new page. Okay, before placing, you need to consider here we have 3 options for placing. So we have this option, first option is here, you will see this option which is place, remove from conveyor and load next. This will be by default. So it will place here and it will remove from the conveyor and it will load next element. Next option we have here, which is called place multiple and keep in conveyor. So it will place multiple and it will keep in conveyor also. It will not move. Alright. Next option we have, which is called place, keep in conveyor and load next. If you don't want to delete from here, you want to load next, you can click here, most used one. So I can move from arrows also like this. I want to place this one, so click here. So this has been placed and it's loaded next also. Then you can click here, even you can move with the arrows. So you can select this one and just place like this. So with arrows you can use to place. Even if you continue to place, it will load next and it will not remove from the conveyor also. Alright. So that's how you can use this content placer and content collector also. Okay. If you want to collect everything from document, load conveyor. So here you can select the pages, or even if you have made it some selection, you can load in conveyor. Example, if you have pages, you can write pages from one page, alright, or you can select all pages including pasteboard objects, or you can selection also. I want page 1 and click OK. So everything in page 1 will be loaded like this. Alright, every content from page 1 will be loaded to content conveyor and you can place wherever you want. Same, for example, if you have new document, alright, just create new document and print A4, and here you will see. So you can place, look, so your content conveyor. Okay, you can move like this, you can choose like this. So you can continue to place like this. Alright. So it's very useful tool in InDesign. Alright. So use them in your assignment.